Many kids and many grown-ups do figure out over time what their passions are. That we let our intellectual selves overrule those passions. That's what needs to be guarded against.
That was Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, asking you to follow your passion of building the product. To build your web or mobile app, you need developers to code the app, designers to show the developers what you want built, managers to focus the team on the tasks to be done, technical architects who will design your app so the technology pieces fit together and work well, and quality testers so you don't have to go looking for bugs yourself. To build such a team, you need to hire experts. You need to carefully test your experts to make sure they are willing and able to do the work. Then you have to get those experts to collaborate. You have to train them to communicate using your company channels such as Slack and use common software such as Jira. You need to create documentation so people know where to look. Finally, you need to set up compensation expectations such as what will they be paid for and when. You have to set up policies and rules so people know what to expect from others and from you. This is too much time and effort for one single app. It is also a big distraction from your core responsibility with your company. In other words, you need to do a lot of work or you could rely on a machine that is already working.
We blew a lot of engines up. We've blown up maybe over 30 engines, maybe more than 50 chambers we've melted. Any given technology development is how many iterations do you have and what's your time and progress between iterations. If you have a high production rate, you can have a lot of iterations. You can try lots of different things. It's okay if you blow up an engine because you've got a bunch of engines coming after that. You know, one of my catchphrases is a high production rate solves many ills.
That's Elon Musk explaining that in order to have a successful process or product, you need to run a lot of experiments and learn quickly. Our passion is to build user-ready apps. We have repeatedly tested the engine that builds functional and marketable apps. We can build a minimum viable product or MVP in 6 weeks, a detailed design in 2 weeks, a rough design outline in 1 week. If you have a limited budget, you can have something useful. If you have no budget yet, you can have a lot of information about what it will take to build out your app idea by investing just 1 minute of your time. You will have a head start when you work with us. You will have a well-tested team with a high production rate. We can estimate the cost of building your web or mobile app when you invest 1 minute of your precious time choosing options for your app. For example, you can show your investors, friends and prospective users this type of a clickable prototype in just 2 weeks where you can navigate through screens, click on buttons, view screens with images and content. You can share an animated explainer video that looks pretty much like the real app. Many of our clients have raised money with this type of a clickable prototype because it communicates clearly and builds confidence that you are committed to moving forward quickly. In the next 1 minute, you can have a detailed custom plan to get your web or mobile app built in 5 easy stages along with sample documents and the cost and time at each stage and how to use these documents to build confidence in your supporters. To get started, click on the link below to learn more, and pick your options for your web or mobile app.
So we gave you a design within 2 weeks. What was the impact of having the design that quickly? How did it help you?
We were able to attend a trade show and we were able to demonstrate the core visual extremely quickly, an incredible boost, not just getting even more third-party validation, but for ourselves to build that enthusiasm, to see it and to see the core functionality emulated in that demonstrator helped across the board. It helped with advertisers, it helped with our stakeholders, it helped with the fan base. All of that. So yeah, I can't stress enough how important that is to have something like that available early on.
So you've got a live website now. How quickly would you say Opsum built that for you?
Far more quickly than I expected. I was expecting that the MVP process would take 6 months. At the rate we're going, the entire MVP could be completed within 2. This is not a timeline that I was ever offered anywhere else. I don't know how they do it. There is a possibility that somebody's got some kind of pact with the devil, but I'm not going to complain. All joking aside, they've done a sterling job and it's quality work. I can't begin to say how important that's been for us. I mean, if we can go live with a full product before the end of 2022, that's so far ahead of where we expected to be. It's amazing.
Ben got funded by investing 2 weeks with us and he got customers with 6 weeks of work with us. He is still working with us. Here is your last chance. Invest 1 minute in a bold experiment to get a detailed plan to build your web or mobile app before your competition reaches your market with their idea. Get started by clicking on the link below to learn more.
One of my jobs as the leader of Amazon is to encourage people to be bold. And people love to focus on things that aren't yet working. That it's human nature. It's incredibly hard to get people to take bold bets. And you need to encourage that. And if you're going to take bold bets, they're going to be experiments. And if they're experiments, you don't know ahead of time whether they're going to work. Experiments are, by their very nature, prone to failure. Few big successes compensate for dozens and dozens of things that didn't work. So, bold bets, AWS, Kindle, Amazon Prime, our third-party seller business, all of those things are examples of bold bets that did work, and they pay for a lot of experiments. I've made billions of dollars of failures at Amazon. You might remember Pets.com or Cosmo. None of those things are fun. What really matters is companies that don't continue to experiment, companies that don't embrace failure, they eventually get in a desperate position where the only thing they can do is make a kind of Hail Mary bet at the very end of their corporate existence. Whereas companies that are making bets all along, big bets, but not bet the company bets. I don't believe in bet the...
Jeff Bezos is saying that what you learn from one success can be leveraged countless times. Each of your successes will pay for many failures because you can use technology to repeat the success many times while you sleep. Get a detailed plan to get started on your path to success by clicking on the link below to learn more.